Oh, we see this city conference room there.
Hi, everyone. Sorry about the glitch. We had a issue with the link for Zoom, but it looks like we're all making it in here.
The camera's all weird too. If you're wondering why we're looking one way.
We got two screens. We're looking at a different screen, but yeah, the camera behind us doesn't work, so we're not turning our back to you.
Well, yeah, that's what it looks like.
It does look super rude, but it's okay.
We'll turn and wave every now and then.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Welcome to the Joint Review Board for the City of Monona. We got everyone in? Is Mark in?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Mark. Okay. We waiting for anyone else to?
Looks like Adam's trying to connect.
All right, looks like we're all in attendance. I will call the meeting to order to the City of Monona Joint Review Board. Could you take a roll call for us, please, Doug?
Yes. Adam Gallagher. See a nod.
Present.
As Sylvia Ramirez.
Here.
Mark Powell.
Yep, he's there.
Mark
Sorry,
Rizzo.
here.
Yes.
And Andrew Hopper.
Present.
So joined by Gary and Katrina back.
Welcome, everyone. Agenda item number 3, approval of the Joint Review Board meeting minutes of our last meeting on October 6th, 2022. Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Any comments, corrections, notations?
I'd like to make a comment in that in the intervening period, there should have been an annual review meeting of the Joint Review Board, which wasn't held. We just realized that, and so we'll be adding that to the agenda for the next JRB meeting.
Okay, thanks for catching that, Gary.
You got a second.
Yep.
Thank you.
Do we have a second for the motion?
I'll second.
All in favor indicate saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
We have approval. Item number 4, we'd like to discuss the creation of TID number 10. Guess I'd like to hand this over to the Beckers at this point to give us an explanation. This is the area along Monona Drive, north of Dean Avenue and south of Spring Haven. From from Monona Drive west to Gordon.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a history to this area. Back in, I don't have the dates now, but approximately 10 years ago, the city established a redevelopment district number 7 on north of Monona Drive. Just because of the condition of the properties were deteriorating, there were a number of vacant and dilapidated structures. So the CDA conducted a blight study. They found that conditions were met to meet the criteria to establish a redevelopment district. Shortly thereafter, a development proposal came forward that ended up being the multifamily development known as Fairway Glen. And TID number 7 was created for that project. Now, TID number 7 originally encompassed the entire redevelopment district, but was since reduced in size because there was nothing else happening there. So the city reduced the size of the TID so that it was more appropriate. But this area that is being considered for TID number 10 was one of the parcels among a lot of parcels that were removed from TID number 7. But now this a proposal has come forward to develop the Bloom. I don't have the number of units off the top of my head, but it's a large multifamily project that will be encompassing the entire block between Spring Haven and Dean Avenues along Monona Drive. And the Bloom is requested TIF financing. The CDA has reviewed and approved the TIF financing, and now we're needing to set up a TIF district in order to accomplish the agreements that the developer and the city have entered into. And so I believe everyone has seen the project plan that was sent out, and this project, this will be created, this is being established as a blight elimination TID. The blighting criteria were met when the redevelopment area was established. Nothing has changed on these parcels. If anything, many of them have deteriorated further since that blight finding was found. And so that's the general overview of what we're proposing.
I'd like to make
Happy-
just a brief correction to what I said earlier. This is actually a flagpole shape now, and it extends along the frontage of Monona Drive all the way up to Lofty. So it incorporates the half block that is across from Monona Grove High School. That was a modification we made to the boundary during the process of creating the proposed TID. Feeling that hopefully the Bloom project might spur some redevelopment to the north in an area that's pretty clearly blighted as well.
That's right. And in fact, there is the city acquired two parcels in this TID, and then a third parcel in that north area that Andrew was just talking about. Acquired those properties and demolished the structures that were on them. So there is still a city-owned parcel to the north that I think we would love to see that whole stretch get redeveloped at some point, but there's no current proposal for that area.
Do any of the joint review board members have any questions or comments on the proposed plan for 10?
Andrew, I would like to add another thing. In addition to the Bloom project, the city has added a blight elimination and affordable housing initiative to this, which is a kind of a new concept for the city. The idea here is to find a way to create a wider array, a bigger number of housing units in the city that aren't big multifamily units like what's being proposed with the Bloom. And so the idea here is that within a half a mile of the TID, the city would be looking for other parcels and properties that are underutilized or maybe deteriorating, that meet the conditions of blight, and finding ways to develop smaller affordable housing units in the city. So the kind of helping to expand the variety of housing types that are available in the city of Monona. So that's the other significant project associated with this, as well as some stormwater management project that we've got in there.
All right, thanks, Gary. And so just piggyback on that a little bit, it's not dissimilar to the Renew Monona loan program that we created a number of years back and have had some pretty nice success with in helping to motivate redevelopment of single family parcels that are aging out. A lot of the post-World War housing stock that's getting pretty old now. So beyond that, does anyone have any question or comment? Hearing none, I'll move on to agenda item number 5, set the date for our second meeting of the Joint Review Board. Do we have a proposal for that?
We do not yet. I don't believe, so we have the public hearing scheduled for a week today at the next CDA meeting. So that'll be 6:30 next Tuesday, November 28th. But I do not believe that we have a second joint review board meeting on the books just yet. Katrina, do you?
No, I'm just, I was just looking at the timeline we have, and so the next step is, like Doug said, the public hearing next week. And then after that, let's see here. After that, the city council, yeah, will meet and approve that. And then the second JRB meeting will be held. So with the holidays and things in December, you know, it's
Feels like January.
yeah. So on the timeline, I have like around January 3rd or something, that first week of January, but it's not, you know, it's within a couple weeks there is fine.
It has to be held within 30 days of the city council meeting.
What's that date, Gary?
Well, let's pick a date that we will take this to the council and then we'll set it from there.
So we'll be before CEA on the 28th. I'm just thinking the 3rd of January might be a little too close to the holidays. People might still be traveling and
Yeah.
have vacation plans, maybe another week beyond that.
So on the timetable I have, I put December 18th as the city council meeting. Does that seem accurate, or would it be after the holidays?
I think they're expecting a meeting that day.
Yeah, I would say the 18th, they will meet.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable target for city council.
So then it would just have to be within 30 days of December 18th.
So we could push it to the second week in January. If that works for
I'm
people.
thinking perhaps January 9th. How does that look for everyone?
It'll look better for me, because tax times are around that first week, so.
Yeah, let's shoot for noon on Tuesday, January 9th. If I'm seeing a bunch of people nodding yes.
Works for me.
Okay. Does that require a motion?
No.
All right, well, that brings us to our final item, which would be a motion to adjourn.
And by the way, we'll add the annual review to the agenda for that next meeting.
Okay, thanks for catching that, Gary. Thank you.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Happy
Thank
Thanksgiving.
you.
everyone.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Eat way too